Hi everybody! For some reason my camera at first didn't want me to record. So that's why I was holding the phone. Sorry about that. I want to talk about what to do, like if you want to finish a series but you can't get into the second book. For some reason, The Gathering of Shadows I'm just having trouble getting into. And I don't know why that is. And I really want to read this one because this month is the Spence was doing a Darker Shade of Magic, read along, and this is the last book we're supposed to read this month and do a live show and talk about it. But I just am not feeling this book. I don't know what is wrong with me. I don't know if it's because I started it last month at the beginning of the month and then I never got a chance to finish reading it because of other books, and I was like, okay, I'll read at the beginning of the month before the live show, the rest of it. But then when I tried to read, I just can't get into it. So what do you guys do? Do you just skip the book and do you try to read the next one, or do you just plow through this, or do you just read towards the end and then read the next one? I just don't know what to do. I'm really thinking about reading like the last 50 pages just to see what happens, because I know it ends in a major cliffhanger, and then go on to read this one. I just don't know. I'm just like in a real funk today. I mean, funk with this series, because the first one, it took me almost like 50 to 60 pages to get into it, but then once I got into it, I loved it. I'm on 110 right now. And I'm just not feeling it, but I want to be able to participate in the live show, and I want to know how it ends because I love the characters. And I really think it's just because I've been out of this world for almost a month. So sometimes that happens, but sometimes it could be the book. But I want to be able to read this one to see how everything ends. So I'm so tempted, to go to, the last maybe 40, 50 pages. And then go on to this one. And then then I can always, do a reread, because next year I want to do some rereads. I'm going to do some rereads this year, towards the end of the year. But this one I wouldn't do this year. This one I would do, sometime next year, rereads. And then I would go, read all three of them in a row. That way I could probably get into this more. Because I think part of it is that I feel like even though I'm not being pressured, because I don't have to finish it, or I don't have to participate in the live show, but I really want to. So I'm not being pushed into reading it. It's just, you know what I'm trying to say. I'm just not sure what to do. So what do you guys do? Do you guys, if you want to see how the series ends, and you can't get through the second book, like I said, do you just skim through it? Do you just give up and not worry? Do you put it down and come back later to it? I don't know. I'm really so tempted, just like I said, to read the last 50, 60 pages. And then read this one. And then sometime next year, maybe the middle of next year, probably the spring or summer, go back and do a reread of the whole series, and then I can find out what I missed in the other parts. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I know that ain't the best thing in the world to do, but I just feel like it's something that I need to do. I guess I don't really need to do it if I don't want, but I want to, I should say. I really want to know, what happened in the cliffhanger. And I'm really sad because I love the characters and everything. And I know that, if this wasn't, if the live show wasn't until the end of the month, I mean, like the last day or two of the month, and if I didn't have a readathons I wanted to participate in, other books I wanted to, I think I would be more invested to finish this one and then this one. But I really don't have the time because there's other books I want to read. Like I'm almost done with Tower of Dawn, and then Kingdom of Ashes comes out towards the middle end of the month, and then next week I got the extra credit for potions for the magical readathon that Book Roast does, where she does owls in April, and August she does the newts. So you guys know, I have the TBR down in my video section. So I won't have no time next week to read this one. So by the time that readathon's over with, then I'll have a week probably, maybe, to finish this one. Because then at the end of the month, there's a readathon that I want to participate in. So I have to have this one finished. I think the last day, I think the live stream is like the 26th or the 27th, something like that. Whatever that last Saturday is of the month. I think it's a Saturday. Yeah, it's on a Saturday. I think it's the last Saturday of the month, or the second to last Saturday of the month. But anyways, a few days after Kingdom of Ash comes out. Yeah, about a week. Yeah, because the Kingdom of Ash comes out the 23rd, so it has to be that Saturday, the Saturday after yeah. So this is going to take me at least a week to read. So I need to get started on this for I can read it as much as I can over the weekend, and then read the books for my thing, because that starts on the 8th, my extra credit. And I have different books already picked out. So, yeah. But I'm just curious what you guys do. Because like I said, that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to read like the last 50, 60 pages to see what the cliffhanger is all about. Maybe last 100 pages. Of course, I'm going to finish this first. I only got like 170 pages or something like that to go. So I should be done with it tonight or tomorrow. And then I'm going to, I think, like I said, read let's see, there's 500? There's 509 pages, so maybe I'll go to page, let's see. So I'm thinking about going let me see. I think I'm gonna start on page, let's see. I think I'm gonna start right here, right there, in that section. So that's what I'm thinking about doing. That would be on page, let's see what page that is. Page 445. I think I'm going to start on 445 and just read from 445 to the end. And then go into this one on the weekend, or once I get done with this one. So yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. Then what I might do is, if I have time after I'm done reading this one, then I might go back and read from there until where I'm currently at, to the end of, until where I stopped. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Then I'm going to put if I can find a piece of paper somewhere, I'm going to put this piece of paper here, so I know that I quit reading after that, and I'm going to put it right. I'm gonna probably start on page. Actually, I'll probably start on page, whatever this chapter. before the next section starts. Let's see. I think I'm going to start right. Let's see. I think I will start like a couple of chapters before the last section. Like right here with Rye and Cal. There's a part with Rye and Cal. Oh, you know what? I think I will start. Yeah. I'm going to start actually this part 9 where it says collision course. So I think I'm going to start on collision course, read from conclusion, that one, and then the next section. So those 2 sections. So that's where I'm going to restart from after I'm done with this, which will be today or tomorrow. And then I will read, like I said, from this spot to the end. And then I will read this, and then after I get all my other books that I want to read done, then I can always go back to where I really was and go from there. But I think that's what I'm going to do. But what would you guys do? That's what I'm curious about. But that's what I'm going to do. So, that's all I wanted to talk about. What do you guys do when you guys want to finish a series, but you can't get into one of the books? And of course, I won't count this one unless I do go back and reread the rest. I won't count it for, books that I read in October. But if I do go back and refinish it before the end of the month, then I will count it. But I'll only count for the pages in my tally for how many books I read. How many pages I read. I'll only start from, where I finished 110, so 111. So I'll go from 111 to the end if I do wind up finishing it this month. If not, then I will, when I do finish it, or I just won't count it until next year when I do my reread. But yeah. Because, like I said, I am really liking the characters and everything, but I just know I'm not going to, if I finish this whole book, I'm not going to get to this one. And I want to be able to join in on the discussion. This one, the discussion is already over with, so it don't matter. I just don't want to be like, okay, what happened? So I at least want to read, like I said, those last 2 parts. And then I'm going to read this, but right now I'm still reading Tower of Dawn, which I'm loving, but it's not my favorite. And then later today, when my phone charges, because it's like halfway dead, later on today or tomorrow, I'm going to do a review of this one. I actually did a video. I started a video before this one, but it was getting so long, and I did not want to it to be that long, so I redid the video and just doing this section. So yeah, so you guys will get my thoughts on this, and of course it'll be spoilerly. So yeah, later tonight after the kids go to bed, because it'll get loud pretty soon, or tomorrow. So yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about. What do you guys do? Let me know in the comments below. And if you guys like this video, remember thumbs up. And remember, if you haven't subscribed yet and you like the contents, think about subscribing. If you do subscribe, remember to press the bell icon. And I am going to let you guys go for right now, for I could go get my charger, plug my phone in, read a little bit, and then watch some YouTube videos. So, yeah. I'll talk to you guys all later. Remember, Lori out.